Hello everybody. I wanted to take just a few moments to talk about you and what we've been able to accomplish with your help over the past year. To begin with, let me show you some of the progress that has been made in the last year at the Wonders of Creation Center. Now this is just an amazing blessing from the Lord. So we're here in Lewisburg, Tennessee, which is not that big of a town, yet we've been blessed to have many churches bring busloads of members in for a tour. Now when they do, we start in the event center here with a new 20-minute film, which is a summary of our award-winning documentary, Bible Knows Best. So there was an entire university wing of taxidermy that was actually going to be taken out and never seen again. Well, long story short, it was donated to us. What you see here are actual African lions, actual Kodiak bears, actual leopards and wolves and peacocks. Children just love these. And what we've done is we've developed these interactive displays that work with the different animals, which allow people to come up, they can press the button and watch videos of interactions with real animals. We are here with Billy the Grizzly bear. You know, there are 8 species of bears worldwide. So a dear friend and a Bible historian donated a Hebrew scroll, and we've been able to develop a display for this in the History and Accuracy of the Bible exhibit. Now, this passage on this ancient Torah scroll is actually, it contains the Song of Moses. That's the center column, this poetic spacing. Reading from right to left, if we were to go over to this column, this is the Red Sea crossing, and this is the giving of manna in the wilderness on this side. Now you can actually even see the name Yahweh written up here in Hebrew. It's an amazing piece of history from the Chiroganism, and it's an extremely rare and priceless collection. So I just want to thank everybody who worked with us and helped us in this entire History and Accuracy of the Bible exhibit. So we now have about 10,000 people who receive our free print magazine, and we get to share the gospel and the truth about creation to all of these people. Now it's full of children's activities. We've got science articles, ministry updates, exciting new discoveries, and a lot more. Now this is a very expensive endeavor to keep in print, but we hear so many positive things from people literally all around the country. As a nonprofit, as a 501c3, your donations allow us to be a blessing to others. So we really appreciate your help in keeping these magazines going out. There are over 100,000 friends now on our active Facebook page, and we love talking and hearing from you guys. We had an area of the Wonders of Creation Center, actually a lot of areas that had an oddly colored laminate tile floor that was here when we moved in. But because of a ministry friend, we were able to receive thousands of square feet of carpet tiles. So we picked those up from Florida, and it has just completely transformed the entire center. It's beautiful. We have revamped our Leviathan exhibit, which you can see is still under construction here, but we're really happy with it. We've also worked on our biology exhibits. Right here you can see we have a model of Lucy, supposedly our ape-like ancestor. We talk about the differences between ape and man. Over here we have the bacterial flagellar motor, a working display with push buttons, interactive displays. So these display cases are new, and they go along with our Grand Canyon and Fast Fossils exhibits. So we have some really nice fossils in these. We've got fossil nautiloids, we have trilobite trackways. Over here we have some coins that were actually encased in rock since they were buried in a shipwreck. And then over here, these were paper roses. In fact, we had someone donate these paper roses from the Czech Republic. 3 weeks before they were turned to stone, these things were made out of paper. Now they're permineralized. So we talk about fast fossilization, the rapid formation of minerals and rock. It's a really, really powerful exhibit that goes along with polystrate fossil trees, dinosaurs over here, and so much more. We had an issue fitting everyone in at large events when we have over 200 people. So what we were able to do was enclose our Studio B, which allows us to utilize this space to seat 150 additional visitors. It also allows us to have 2 breakout sessions going concurrently without the sound bleeding over into the main event room. So check this out. We're now all set to hold multi-day conferences and events. Any events that we might have here, they're capable of being broadcast live to Genesis Science Network. So thank you again for making all of these things possible. Now, as a result of the changes to Studio B, we had to rearrange the entire inventory for the Creation Superstore. That was actually a good thing, because with over 1,000 different titles, different resources that we carry, we needed a lot more space to organize and expand anyway. My brother pretty much handles the Superstore, but just check out some of the inventory. Here are some of the book titles that we carry. It's a remarkable selection. You know, Murray, what's going on? What kind of books do we carry here?
Well, we carry pretty much everything. We have everything from biology to paleontology to geology to astronomy and literally everything in between. We have curriculum resources for children and other homeschool resources. These are the DVDs that we offer. Hundreds of DVDs on varying topics. We have a lot of movie documentaries that have been shown in theaters around the world, and literally hundreds of resources that we ship out all over the world.
Over 1,000 different titles.
1,000 different titles.
Now, Genesis Science Network has grown yet again, and we've added even more content. All of this is viewer funded, and it plays 24/7 around the globe thanks to you. We receive salvation reports and testimonials as a result of people watching this channel, and it's so encouraging to see all that the Lord is doing. Now, over here we have our shipping department, and it looks like we're busy filling orders. Hey Amy, packaging up an order?
We are.
Where's it going out to?
It is going to Florida.
To Florida. How about that? Now, we recently had a complete remodel on the set of Wonders Without Number, and the technology we're using now with 4K cameras and sliders and jibs and ISO recorders and all kinds of cool stuff, it's just really upped the game. At this point, we've completed over 350 short 2 to 5 minute videos where I'll tackle science or Bible history or apologetics and other issues each week. A lot of those are filmed on location, and those go onto our YouTube and Facebook pages, and also out to our email list every week, which has grown tremendously. The Creation Club continues to grow day by day as new articles are submitted by contributors literally all around the world. Translations into French and Romanian and Portuguese and all sorts of different languages. You know, we started this effort, it's been several years ago, to create a platform basically for gifted writers to share their talents. And it's been so effective with thousands and thousands of searchable articles. Now, we just started a brand new weekly podcast, which you can find on your mobile device's podcasting app. This weekly audio podcast is great for those who are always on the go, or if you've got a long commute, or if you just want to educate yourself to be a more effective witness. So be sure to subscribe on your phone to get the new episodes delivered to your phone every week, and make sure you're receiving our email updates, because the link to this new podcast will be released in a week or so, and I don't want you to miss it. This is going to be really powerful. We expect tens of thousands of people to tune in for these weekly podcasts. We've also completed over 250 episodes of The Creation in the 21st Century, our weekly TV show that airs on TBN. It goes out to hundreds of millions of households all around the world. It's the largest religious broadcasting channel in the world. But here in our own studios, we've also produced 75 episodes of our DVD series and our television programs, Wonders Without Number. In both of these different programs, they're both 30-minute shows, I interview experts and friends, many of whom are PhD scientists in different fields. And the wonderful thing is, the research, the breaking news, the breaking science that's presented on all of these programs, well, it affirms what we've read in our Bibles all along. We've got a lot of new Wonders Without Number programs. One is called Fracking the Fables, and I'd love to show that to you really quick. One of the newest Wonders programs that we've produced is called Fracking the Fables, and it actually looks at the origin and preservation of Earth's oil deposits and how basically the petroleum-based products that we put in our cars every day, they're kind of like soft tissue remnants from Noah's flood. Now, for this program, I consulted with a friend who has a PhD and has worked in the oil geology field professionally. You know, so many people, particularly millennials and younger, they've been persuaded that we're just the result of evolution over millions of years. But that's not what the most famous scientists of all time believed, and that is not what many great scientists today still believe. Many of the greatest scientists of our day actually trust in what the Bible says. It's absolutely vital that we make the next generation aware of this fact. Together, it's our responsibility. I mean, they're never going to hear this in secular schools and universities. We have to reach them. And I'll tell you what, you're making that possible. In addition to our television programs and commentaries, over the past 2 years, we've produced several professional documentaries. Now, last year we produced God's Living Treasures, Animals of Alaska, Volume 1. Well, over the past year, we produced the sequel, Volume 2, with Dr. Job Martin. We also produced a brand new Grand Canyon film that will get a one-night theater release in 2020. Now, Animals of Alaska Volume 1 premiered right here at our studios in the Wonders of Creation Center on January 3rd of this year to amazing response. It's already received something like 4 different awards at film festivals, and the Lord has used it in so many ways. So, we've been working for the past year with Dr. Job Martin on the sequel, Animals of Alaska Volume 2. It's done, and it's set to premiere right here on January 30th, 2020. You're invited. Now, this documentary is going to include live interactions with grizzly bears, information on reindeer, the Arctic tern, the muskox, and so much more. Many of the people who were involved in the film, they're going to be here in person to meet you and answer your questions. So if you can attend, be sure to RSVP by calling us, because I believe you will really love it. Last year, we were almost overwhelmed with attendance, but this year, because of the improvements that we've made in the facilities here, we're a lot better prepared. It's still quite a few people, so let us know if you can attend. We want our VIPs to attend a private reception beforehand, and we want to make sure you have the best seats possible. You guys made it possible, and we'll never forget that. Now, one more thing. 2020 is the 40th anniversary of the eruption of Mount St. Helens. We're going to be producing a documentary, and we already have on-location footage and interviews with people that were actually there when it erupted. So there's every reason to believe that volcanic activity during and after the flood of Noah's day had a lot to do with atmospheric conditions, real climate change, and the Ice Age. So this is an extremely relevant topic. And one more thing, I want to tell you about our new documentary on the Grand Canyon called Secrets Beyond the Rim. And this is one that we're really excited about. You have helped us make this possible. The title, Secrets Beyond the Rim, well, that's the truth. We did a whole lot more than just stand on the rim and take photos. We actually traveled all the way to the bottom, and then we climbed back out, documenting every layer and the evidences of Noah's flood in the fossils and in the rock layers. I want to show you a 2-minute trailer of Secrets Beyond the Rim. Check this out. The Grand Canyon is one of the most awe-inspiring places on Earth. Not just here in America, but around the world. The Grand Canyon region is a focal point for scientists studying geology. That's because it provides easy access to over 2 miles of Earth's geological record. That's 2 vertical miles of sedimentary strata. Most geologists agree that the Grand Canyon layers are overwhelmingly formed by water. But how did these huge layers form? The book of Genesis describes a historical flood that would be powerful enough to quickly lay down these layers as well as carve the canyon. So what do the rock layers show us? They reveal many insights, but some of the most astounding are layers that seem to clearly indicate rapid geological events, and maybe more importantly, a catastrophic past of Earth's history. Now this will be a very significant geological clue moving forward. We've all seen erosion, right? Rain, wind, floods, and more all change the landscape. But what happens when we don't see erosion in the rocks? Check this out. Look at the linear nature of this layer. It's perfectly flat. So where's all of the erosion? 10 million years would surely have left river valleys or streams. Instead, what we see is a perfect linear layer. Now, one of the unconformities that has received more attention than any other is aptly named the Great Unconformity. Now, the Great Unconformity makes a secular explanation a lot more difficult. In fact, in most Grand Canyon models, there's around 1 billion years of time missing here near the bottom of the canyon. How is that even possible? Once again, we are so excited about this new documentary. You know, the Grand Canyon is one of the best examples in the world of the catastrophic flood in Noah's day. And I believe this documentary will cause people who maybe they've questioned the validity of the biblical account to take a second look. You know, Jesus himself spoke of Noah and the flood. What we really want to accomplish is to get people to take a second look at the gospel and turn their eyes on him. That's been our ultimate goal. It's been a tremendous amount of hard work, but this has never been done before, especially from the Grand Canyon standpoint, layer after layer, and we think that this is going to have the most impact of anything we've ever produced. Pray with us going into 2020, what may prove to be the most pivotal year of this ministry since we started 12 years ago. And we've always had needs for continued growth and effectiveness of this ministry. I want to thank you so much for being a part of these joint efforts. As a nonprofit ministry, all of the things that I've discussed were made possible only by way of your support. In other words, we together have had the privilege to share the gospel and the truths of creation with people around the world. And we're just getting started. Thank you again. As it is written, eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man, the things which God has prepared for all of those who love him. I'm David Rives. Together, let's keep looking up. Truly, the heavens declare the glory of God.